Hi everybody, welcome to Hull & Ash. I'm Steve and I'm joined by Rich and Brian, and today you're going to see how you can build a very nice fillet knife of an old saw blade. So Rich, take it away.
This is not my idea. This is not something that I created. This is something that I actually saw on YouTube, as most people learn everything from YouTube these days. What I have here is a saw blade, and you can see that it's pretty mutilated. I actually think I got this for free at a yard sale. Not much of a sale when you can get it for free. I have several different kinds of waterproof sandpaper here that are bimetal. I have a, what is this?
Sander.
It's a sander. I have a sander here with a bimetal emery paper 40 grit. And I have a, you're not supposed to touch electrical tools. I have a 4-inch angle grinder here to make my cuts. So we're going to get set up, design our blade, cut it out, and hopefully get us a nice fillet knife to be able to use. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back. You're probably asking yourself, Rich, why are you making a fillet knife? Yeah. You can buy them at the store. They sell tons of them. You can buy them from $1.50 all the way up to a couple $100. So why on earth would you want to make one? Well, if you're like me, you go to the store and you can't necessarily always find what you're looking for. That, and I think it's a lot more rewarding to utilize something that you made. Safety first, my friend. Safety first. So what I've done here is I've taken this blade and I've designed out a rough of what I would like my fillet knife to look like. In a moment, we're going to utilize this 4-inch angle grinder to cut out the rough cut of our blade design. Now, Brian here's already got his safety on, so if you'll give me a minute, I'll get my safety stuff ready, and then we'll go ahead and continue on. All right, so we got our safety equipment here. We got our hearing protection. I have prescription eye protection, gloves, and whatever that does. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the rough cutting of our blade. I'm going to use a 4-inch angle grinder with a 1/8 inch cutoff wheel. You might want to plug your ears for this. All right, folks, we got our rough blade cut out, and by rough I mean extremely rough. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to use our sander here to shape it and get it to the right shape that we're looking for. You're creepy.
It's a short saw.
When the hell did you start talking? So we're going to go ahead and fire this up. Make sure to put your hearing protection on, and stay with us as we shape this blade. All right, folks, now that we got the... All right, folks, sorry about that. Now that we have the roughed out blade done, we have our sanding done here on the sanding wheel, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and use several different types from 180, 400, 1,000, down to 2,000 grit of sandpaper in order to get this nice and smooth so that we can go on to the next step and put an edge on it. It's a simple process, just a little bit of elbow grease. All right, folks, we got the sanding done. We got the blade nice and contoured the way I want it so that I can fillet up some fish. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put an edge on this. I'll bevel the edge here, and then I'm going to use standard household sharpening stones. There's a coarse side and a fine side to make this blade nice and razor sharp. I'm going to utilize this one right here, and I can use the coarse side first, which will take the majority of the material. And then I can come over here to the fine side, which is a ceramic stone, to polish and hone that edge so that we can get it nice to a razor sharp finish. And this might take me 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes. We'll come back in a little bit and I'll show you exactly how sharp I can get this knife. All right, we've run it through the coarse side. We've run it through the fine side. And this happens to be a Smith sharpener. It's not very expensive, $4 or $5 at your local retail store. These you can find in most checkout. This is also a Smith's. I really recommend them. Let's see just how sharp this knife really is. I sharpen all my knives so that they're razor sharp. You see I have a lot of hair. We can't necessarily test it on the Ginger Ninja here because, well, he doesn't really have hair. So we're going to see just how sharp this knife is. As you can see, I've been sharpening some knives lately. I'd say that's pretty sharp for a fillet knife that just a few minutes ago, thank you, just a few minutes ago was a saw blade. One man's trash is another man's treasure. You know, what's interesting to note about this, and the reason why I'm making this, is because I can't find a blade that has this exact contour, this exact angle, with the flexibility that this has. I have heavier knives that have this contour or this blade that I use for doing walleye and a lot of my bigger fish, salmon, but I don't have something that's smaller and flexible for doing perch and crappie. And I figured what a great way to use something that someone else was going to throw away. So Steve, being the woodworker that he is, we're going to pass this blade on off to Steve. Steve's going to make us up a nice handle for this blade. And when it's all said and done, maybe one of you lucky subscribers will get a chance to take one of these blades home.